Hello everyone. In this video, we will analyze the S&P 500 index, but instead of analyzing the index itself, as in the previous review, we will analyze the ETF fund based on this index. You just need to multiply the value or share price of this fund by 10, and you essentially get the value of the S&P 500 index. Here we have the weekly chart. The markup is still from the previous review. What was I showing here? In the yellow rectangles, we had clearly formed divergences, after which the drop was at least 20%, and sometimes much more. What do we see now? The price is consistently updating historical highs, moving along this kind of upward segment, and if we look at the RSI, first of all, the RSI is below the 70 level, and at the same time its values are gradually decreasing. This is a very clear, I would even say a very pronounced divergence. Of course, we can't say with 100% certainty that the market will definitely fall, but I assess the probability of this as very, very high. This means that at this point in the market, investing in this index is, at the very least, extremely unwise. If a decline does occur, where could it go? Well, the first point is the one marked with a yellow arrow, that's the 5-week moving average, which is about 6,250 points if we convert it to the S&P 500 index value. But considering that we've already dropped into the area of the 100-week moving average, the target for a decline could be much lower, around 5,000 points. And as for the potential lower boundary of the channel, meaning if we assume there will be some kind of wave-like movement with a shift, then it would be somewhere in this area, which is about 4,500 points. At the moment, the monthly candles show nothing that would indicate a decline. Here, the growth continues. But pay attention to the following point. First of all, there is already quite a significant gap from the moving averages. So if we were at a similar point, there could be nuances here, a breakout of the average, a rebound from it. Right now, the situation is clearly not favorable for buying, but there are also no clear signals to sell. On the daily candles, you can also spot a divergence. Look, the historical highs of the index are consistently rising, but at the same time, the RSI is basically, well, the RSI highs are moving horizontally. This suggests that the next drop could happen not only down to the 100-day moving average, these are daily moving averages, but also to the 200-day, which again is 6,400, 6,500 points, because this average is moving upward over time. And if the price goes down while the average keeps rising, they will meet somewhere in this area, 6,400, 6,500. I would not recommend buying the index at this point in the market, nor any derivative instruments based on it. What you do is entirely up to you. I've shown you my analysis. Subscribe to the channel if you find this kind of analysis useful. Goodbye.